Hello there everyone, my name is Amy, this is the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to the Queerlit readathon week 4. Can you believe it? Oh my god, there's a week and a half left of this readathon and it is going so well. So this morning I finished, last night at the Telegraph Club, and I'm going to talk to you while I put makeup on. Because I finished this, I finished 5 more books, which means that I need to film an episode of Crafty Reads. While you're watching this, it should probably have gone up on Wednesday or sometime last week. But yeah, last night at the Telegraph Club, so how much did I tell you about this? How much did I tell you? I don't think I told you very much about it. So last night at the Telegraph Club follows Lily, who is a Chinese American girl living in Chinatown with her family. Her dad is a doctor, and she has this, like, oh yes, I did tell you, she has this new friend called Kath. She has like a group of friends. I talked about this in the last vlog. She has a group of friends from Chinatown. She has this really close friend called Shirley, who's quite domineering, and Lily sort of just like goes along with things. She does have like lofty she has so she has dreams of going to space, and Kath, this girl that she meets at school, who's been in her maths class forever, but they like just started talking, like getting to know each other a little bit more. Kath wants to be a pilot, and in the 50s, obviously that's not a normal thing for girls to want. So they start to connect on the fact that they can see that they are different and they have something in common. But then Lily is in the bathroom one day and her bag falls down and knocks out a page from a magazine talking about a male impersonator who performs at the Telegraph Club. So Kath sees this picture of this male impersonator and realizes something about Lily, and she's like, okay. And she's like, well, I've gone to the Telegraph Club before, like, would you be interested in going? And Lily was like, oh my god, yes. And they go to the Telegraph Club, which is like a whole new world for Lily, because it's just full of Sapphic people, mostly being out and proud and affectionate with one another and just being free to be themselves. And yeah, I don't want to really spoil what happens, but basically Lily gets to see a world outside of the world of Chinatown and the friends that she has there, because like I really don't like Shirley as a character. I think she's a freaking asshole, and she's very domineering of Lily and treats her very, very badly. But it gives you a really good like a snapshot into life, not only as a queer person in the 1950s, but a queer person of color in the 1950s. The amount of times they use the term, you're a good Chinese girl, you know, like that's a lot of pressure to put on her. Like, just because she was born as a woman, I mean like there's certain expectations that they have of her, like she's going to marry a man and you know, become a housewife. That's what women do in the 50s, you know, and especially a good Chinese girl. But Lily wants and needs more, and I love the way that she stands up for herself. I like the way that she's open and communicative, because a lot of times in books, conflict happens because no communication happened, right? And I hate that, because I'm like, just fucking talk to each other. It's not that hard. And it's like a little bit lazy when it comes to like writing, in my opinion. So this didn't use that, and it gives Lily such a strong character. And this book brought me to tears on multiple occasions. I am premenstrual, so that does make a difference, but the book was really beautiful, and I think it's going to be one of my best books of the year so far. And I love finding best books of the year so far. So yeah, I'm still reading Lavender House. Oh, hiccups. I drank my coffee too fast. I really like this color. It's in this palette. I don't recommend this palette because I don't shop Wet n Wild anymore because they're not actually properly cruelty free. They do sell in China still, so I don't buy from them. But it's this shade here. See it properly. This shade here, and I just put it all over the lid, and it makes the green in my eyes come out like a lot because it's purple based. So yeah, it's pretty. I haven't read much more of Lavender House, but I am going to be starting a new book, which you will come and grab with me. Literally, this lipstick I only use for filming because it dries so like dry and flaky, so I just flake it off when I'm done. But I'm just gonna film like this in my hoodie and everything. Yeah, let's go grab that book quickly. Come with me. Wild Things by Laura Kay. This book is very funny because I got this as a proof from my aunt who works in publishing. She saw that it was queer romance and she was like, are you interested? And I was like, yes. And I looked up this author. No, I didn't. I got this book on my shelf and I remembered the name Laura Kay. And then another author that I follow, Lily Linden, let me turn it around, this is a proof. Lily Linden posted about her friend Laura Kay's book. They're pals. They're little gay pals. And Julie gave me this proof that I read for Pride last year. It was one of my favorite books of last year. And now she's given me this proof for this year. And they're friends. I think that's so cute. I love some gay pals. Little gay pals. All right. Time to do some filming. I just wanted to say that yesterday I forgot to say that I got an article back from my editor and she was like, perfect, not one edit. It's because it was about icing. I think I talked about it in my last vlog. And that is where my diploma comes into play. That is when my money's worth is coming out of my diploma. No freaking edits because I can waffle on about icing. And they love having you reference like authority figures, so like chefs and stuff like that. But they like it even more when you can be like, when I was a chef, this is what I did. And I managed to put that in there because I knew they'd like it. So it's very gratifying when you decide to do something a certain way and you're like, yeah, you made the right decision and you've been recognized for it. Just super nice. So I'm now writing an article about chicken wings. So I'm eating lunch. There's toasted cheese because I thought I had a tin of tuna in my cupboard. I did not. And I'm trying not to spend money because I withdrew my paycheck last week and forgot there was a public holiday. So the last 2 days I've been like, oh, there's gonna be money in my account, and there hasn't been. Which is really annoying. But yeah, it's just that one thing about freelancing that really bugs me, like getting the payment from clients. Like I have one client, absolutely, he pays within hours, he's wonderful, but then you have to have like the waiting periods, like the PayPal. And if for my clients on Upwork, all of that kind of thing. But I'm eating my toasted cheese because I had cheese and I had bread. And it's so weird because I have not eaten a toasted cheese in so long. Not a regular one like this. Because I used to eat one every single day for lunch. Because when I was a chef, they didn't provide like, you know, staff lunch or anything like that. They had bread and they had cheese that we were allowed to use. So and we were allowed to use tomatoes. So I would have, I don't have tomatoes on this one, a cheese and tomato toasted sandwich every shift in my 30-minute lunch break. And I was like, I never want to see a toasted cheese ever again. But now it's kind of nostalgic. Not for that time, but for more like childhood. Oh God. Anyway, I fucking hope this money comes in soon. Freelancing is hard. Oh my god. So I'm reading Lavender House on audio, obviously. And I'm reading Wild Things, and the main character, Elle, and her 3 friends have like all clubbed in and bought this house, and they're all gonna live in it. And it's like this old rundown place that they're gonna renovate. And what is it called? Fucking Lavender House. The irony. I'm at the petrol station. I've been paid, so I finished an article for today. I have been writing about chicken wings, and I kind of want to buy chicken wings. So I'm trying to force myself to listen to Lavender House instead of my podcast. I'm in a podcast mood, but I need to get through this book, and I am enjoying it, so I want to know what happens. It's just the podcast is very tempting. But yeah, I'm going to go to the Chinese market, I'm going to go to Crazy Store, I'll look at bargain books, and I might go to Pick and Pay Clothing. So yeah, let's go see what I can find. Gotta spend some money. I'm also getting myself lunch and a smoothie. Here we are in my favorite place, the Chinese supermarket. What do I need? That's what I'm here for. Hello. And this is 5 pieces of tofu. Okay. Okay, so I got myself an all-green smoothie. Very tasty. I got myself a Cajun chicken wrap from Kauai. It's so good. It's got like parmesan in it and croutons. So yummy. Then I just went to the shops. I bought the chicken wings that I was talking about and just like normal snacks. And then I went to the Chinese supermarkets. I always like to shout out the Chinese supermarket. It's L&Z Foods in Royal Cape Grand, China. Sorry, that's what it's called. I got these. They are like these little rice cakes. You have to soak them, and then I think it says here to fry them. I thought you had to boil them. But they're really tasty. Then I got rice noodles because they're super cheap and they're always good to have around. But the main event is the tofu. So this is 6 Rand 50 a block, and I bought 4 blocks. So I'm going to steam one of them tomorrow, and I'm going to make egg fried rice with the other, and then I'll freeze one of them because it does really well being frozen. But the thing that you probably want to see the most is what I got from Bargain Books. I wasn't going to grab anything. Then I looked down the side because like on their shop, on their sale section, they've got like piles of books, and sometimes you can look down the spines and see the books that are underneath. And I spotted a name that I recognized. Sylvia Moreno Garcia, baby. Look at that cover. It's gorgeous. Like, it's so beautiful. And I wanted to read her for a while. Like, I've heard so much about Mexican Gothic and her writing style. And I was like, you know what? 80 bucks, I'm going to give it a go. That's what I love about Bargain Books, is like, it's not spending 300 to 350 Rand for a brand new book from Exclusive Books or something like that. This is, and like, what if you don't like it? Like, that fucking sucks. Though I am very careful about the books that I buy now, but look how stunning. It's so pretty. I can't wait. Okay, cool. That's going on my pile because my pile is gradually decreasing. There's 1 Pride book left on there. Like, what the heck? I had a whole stack before. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna eat. I'm starving. Just a bunch of baking potatoes.
How does that
There's
feel?
a potato. There's a potato.
Does it
Look how
look
comfortable she
neon
is.
enough?
And this is Hugo's nubbin.
Can you read it?
Boop. So herniated umbilical cord. It's soft and squishy. It's warm. It's Thursday. Alright. I have been really flaky on updating this vlog. and I haven't even told you about Wild Things, and I'm loving it so much. But this week, first of all, I'm on my period, and when you're bipolar and you're on your period, like, my hormones are already all over, you know, medically, in my brain. And then when you're on your period, that happens anyway. So I have been feeling a little bit anxious. And also I have family coming tomorrow. So yeah, I have family coming tomorrow, and it's the type of family that the visits cause me much stress. So I am feeling a little bit anxious about that. So yes, I'm getting to see my brother before he goes to the UK. He's going to immigrate because there's, oh my god, I can hear my coffee. So yeah, he's moving, so he needs to come and say goodbye to us before he goes. Ooh. So yeah, that's been happening. It's been causing me a little bit of stress, but one of the things that has been causing me no stress and that I've been looking forward to so much is reading this book. So once I finished my call with my mom, which I'm about to have, I will come in and update you about Wild Things, because I love it. And I really, really recommend picking it up, especially if you're looking for queer friends, a little bit of romance, like cute whimsy. Like, I'm literally giggling out loud at some of just the mannerisms and the way that they talk to each other. And each character is like so wonderfully crafted, like, so that you just like completely love them, like you're enveloped in them, you want them to be okay, you know. So I'm really loving the way this is written. It's fucking great, and I'm going to tell you more about it when I've had a call. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and say I'm sorry. I did have a clip that I was going to put in here to demonstrate that I was not having a good time, and then I rewatched it back and I was like, that's some real ugly crying to put on the internet, so I decided not to put it in. But yeah, I will come and update you on this wonderful book later. Okay, let me talk to you about this freaking book. I am absolutely in love with Wild Things by Laura Kay. Like, I don't know if it's just subconscious, because I know that her and Lily Linden, who wrote Double Booked, are friends, but it's giving me the same feels that Double Booked did that I read during Pride Month last year, and it ended up on my favorite books of the year. And I think this is going to as well, for exactly the same reasons. Like, it's light-hearted, but there's a good amount of emotional, like, there's a good amount of emotion in here. It's so funny. The characters are so well fleshed out. So we're following our main character, Elle, who and her group of friends. She is absolutely besotted with her friend Ray, who's like got this little pixie cut, and she's got like earrings, and she's so cute. Like, in my head, I've cast this in my head so well, like I could be paid. So she's like been head over heels for her friend Ray for a very long time, but she's never done anything about it. And then they have a friend, Will. He's the token straight friend who's just gone through. Nana, can you not hack in the background while I talk about this lovely book? So she then they have their token straight friend, Will. He's just gone through a breakup with a person that they didn't really like, and they were on the verge of buying a house. And then they have their friend Jamie, who is the light and soul, like, makes every room more sparkly whenever he walks into it. He's gay, he's half Filipino, I think, and he's just a joy. He is so funny. He knows exactly how to get his friends out of a funk. He's like full of ideas. Like, he starts this Instagram account and it grows like so dramatically. He takes selfies with the chickens that he rescues, and it's so fucking cute. But Elle has basically been in quite a rut for quite a while. So Ray challenges her to do like a year of wild things. So every month she'll do something that's wild. And the book opens, it's not a spoiler, it's literally on the first like paragraph. It opens on her having a really disappointing threesome. And she's sort of like they've sort of gotten along with things, and she's like, I'm just gonna go. So she leaves. And she's living in a crappy apartment. She hates her job. And then on a night out, Will brings up the fact that he was about to buy this house in the countryside. It's like a 45-minute train ride from London, which is kind of where my mom lives. Like, it's about a 45-minute train ride for my stepdad to commute into London. So it's like this beautiful spot in the countryside. And they all decide to go see it, and they all decide to go in together and buy it and live in it like a little commune, like a little queer commune, and they get chickens, and it is fucking adorable. It is so fun and cute and full of like little village vibes, and they cycle to the train station on their little bikes in the dark, and it's so cute. Like, I can't handle it. But you know, there's obviously a breaking point where like things are not going quite so well when because now Elle is living in a house with the person that she has been in love with for forever. I've literally I nearly finished it this morning, and I was like, Amy, you have to exercise, you have work to do, you can't finish it all. So I'm just going to finish this last little bit tonight. But I really like it. If you want a romance that's also, because I read this for the Queer Friends block, this is a perfect Queer Friends novel. It's like, it's such a beautiful little meshing of characters, and I love the settings, and it's just so well written. Like, I really want to read something else from Laura Kay. Like, I really do, because I'm very impressed with this. So please do yourself a favor and go out and get Wild Things. Yeah, that is my update. I will probably chat to you tomorrow. Bingo!
Okay, ew, why is it ugly? Okay. Thanks for...
And bingo! Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello everyone, it's Friday morning. Last night I finished Wild Things by Laura Kay. It was wonderful. I think I talked to you last when I had like 40 pages left, so there's not much else to say. It ended wonderfully, and I really recommend this author. I really want to read from her again. She was so much fun. So this morning I picked up All the Moors Are the Same by Tenjiwe Mswane. This is for the question mark block, the choose your own prompt. I chose Local Read, and this is a South African book. I got recommended this by, actually, find this bookmark, the person who runs a readers community podcast. It's the Book Lounges podcast. We're mutuals on Instagram, so I messaged her and asked for recommendations for local books, and she's like, if you want gay ones, this is a good one. I haven't got enough into it to actually tell you what it's about, but I'm enjoying it. The beginning vibes, I like that they throw a lot of Zulu in there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I wanted to show you. So yesterday I went to the shops. I put on weight over the last few years, and it's really good because I was an unhealthy weight before, and I'd much rather have a little pooch than look like the Crypt Keeper, which is what I looked like before. So I bought these jeans to show you. I'm sorry, I don't know if my tripod died. So they're nice and high-waisted, they're mom jeans. The ass looks fab. Yeah. yeah, they're from Mr. Price. They're just mom jeans, and they are like baggier in the leg than I'm used to, which I really like. I'm sick of tight clothes, and I had so many items of clothes that I've had to throw away because they're just not comfortable anymore, and I'm not living my life not comfortable anymore. I refuse. Everything I buy is going to be, it's going to feel really me, and it's going to be comfy as hell. And these, I haven't even washed them yet, and they're comfy. So that's all I want. So I have a Muse Kits article to write today, which is great. I love Muse Kits. I'm just going to pop on a playlist and waffle. It's going to be wonderful. I love writing those articles. They're so much fun. But then I have family coming. And this family causes me stress. So I am going into the weekend with the phrase, protect my peace in my head. Me and my sibling have talked about it. We even have code words for if we need to go out and have a bit of a break. But protect your peace. That is what we're going with. If we do anything interesting and I want to vlog some clips, I'll put that here. But other than that, I'm going to leave it here because I'm going to be very focused on being stressed this weekend and trying to not be stressed. So I'm not going to really vlog it. Oh, I also finished, before I finish you off here, I finished Lavender House by Rosen. The way it ended, I can't tell you, it's like a murder mystery vibe. So just, if you're sick of the way the queer characters are treated in a lot of other books, especially in this genre, you need to read this book. The ending was chef's kiss. It was so good. I was like, this is hilarious. Like, it was hilarious and like the perfect ending. So what I wanted to do was pick up Chef's Choice by TJ Alexander, because that would be a continuation. I could maybe hit the continue block, because it's a continuation of their series that started with Chef's Choice. And I look on Scribd today, what's not available? Fucking Chef's Choice. So I'm going to try and find one that I can use for the last little bit of this readathon, because it'd be cool to like sneak another one in under the wire. But I will come in and talk to you about that in next week's vlog. So as usual, follow my social media. We have so much fun over on TikTok. There's such cute book pictures on Instagram. All my stuff's linked down below. If you want to support my channel with a little one-time tip, my coffee link is always down below if you feel a little spendy. And other than that, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll take you next time.